We always do this. Hold on.
Okay. So it's you, and then I explain.
Yes. You'd think we would get it.
Okay.
Oh, my fly's down.
Continuity.
Princess Leia, where are you tonight? And who's laying there by your side?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm JB.
I'm Chris, and this is our Star Wars Rogue One spoiler review.
Spoilers, big spoilers. There's no
Yeah.
way that we can. I did want to do a spoiler-free review, but if you've seen it, you know you can't.
We've got to talk about the good stuff, and that includes
The plot.
spoilers.
Yeah.
The world is coming undone. Imperial flags reign across the
Yeah.
galaxy.
So
I mean, that's immediately what we're going to talk about is the plot. The plot to this film is ridiculously good.
It is. I think we're both in the same camp here. We both thoroughly enjoyed it. We haven't spoken about this yet,
No.
but from the vibes we've been getting at each other in the cinema, and the fact we both welled up at the
I
end.
cried.
You know,
I cried.
this is the second time I've seen it now, and fucking hell, that ending.
That ending. Do you know the only
Dude.
thing that's ever made me cry? The only film that's ever made me cry is that.
Watership Down.
No, you aren't far wrong. Cats and Dogs.
Cat and Dog. And I recommend every Star Wars fan to go and see this because it is definitely one you have to see.
It isn't what you think it's going to be.
It's exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Oh,
It was
wow.
a Star Wars story. It's, in essence, it's episode 3.5
Mhm.
because it's set in between episode 3 and A New Hope. And it leads perfectly into A New Hope.
Perfectly.
Like, perfectly. Like, I didn't expect them to end exactly before Star Wars A New Hope started.
Well,
you
this
know,
is the thing about the film. The way the film is structured and built is like every scene was like building. I was getting more and more into it. Every scene, I was going, there's momentum here. Oh, this is why I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be a little window into the Star Wars universe of the story. But I could see it building and go. And then near the very end, I was thinking, how close are they going to get it?
Yeah.
How close is this going to
Yeah.
be to the beginning of New Hope? And then, like you said, it was just...
yeah,
bang
it
on.
makes you want to watch A New Hope right now.
Yeah, which I want to watch that.
Yeah, exactly. So you say about the building of the momentum in the
Yeah.
film. I didn't enjoy the first half of the film nowhere near as much as I enjoyed the second half. Like, I love this film, I thought it was great, but I had some problems with it. And I guess we'll talk about the problems to begin with, the negatives to start
go on,
with, and then we'll go on the good stuff, because the good stuff is fucking good. So let's talk about the negatives. The first half an hour of the film, I wasn't sure if I was enjoying it. I was like, it's a bit slow, it's dragging a bit. I don't want to go so far as to say it was dull, but it didn't have me interested, and I was worrying a little bit like, shit, I should be enjoying Star Wars a lot more than this. Like, this is Star Wars, I should be enjoying this a lot more. And it was kind of dragging for me a little bit. Second time I've seen it now, I feel the same way. I didn't really enjoy the first half. But as soon as that first blast from the Death Star got fired and old Greg died, the film switched like that. I mean, fuck. The last half of the film, incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. You get to see the spaceships. I mean, they've never looked better, those spaceships. Like, you get to see the Star Destroyers, the TIE Fighters, the X-Wings in all their glory. Because, of course, in the original films, they couldn't really do as much with them because they were miniatures, weren't they?
Yeah.
But fuck, dude, the effects, those dogfights in space, and like,
Right,
you know,
yeah. The battles were ridiculous.
insane. So the visuals were incredible. But yeah, back to my original point. For me, didn't enjoy the first half of the film nowhere near as much as the second half.
I'm amazed at that because I loved every part of this film. Like I said, I was took in the first half and I was like, right, that's there, and that's there, and then they're going over there and go, right, I'm taking that, that's a character, I'm taking that, and like I said, it was building, and I began, like, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the fact they were just going and building all these characters, a whole new team, some kind of Suicide Squad, one might call it.
So can I just make a point after you saying this?
Mm-hmm.
Suicide Squad, because it was a suicide mission essentially. They didn't ever say that because it's a bit dark. Cause
I knew people were going to die. I knew people were going to die because.
What about this, dude? How many films can you name where you get the film poster and every character on that film poster dies in the film.
Titanic. They're all dead.
All of those characters on that died. Every single one.
Yeah. That's your problem with it?
No. That's the mark of a good film.
Oh, it just wasn't afraid to push the boundary and kill the characters.
The films that do that, that's insane, and that was a very brave move. But anyway, we're talking about the characters now. The negative side of it for me, carrying on with the negatives.
I know what you're saying.
I didn't like, and this is another reason why this is a great film, because I didn't like the two main characters in it.
Oh right, no, you've told me through.
I didn't like Jin, and I didn't like Cassio Calculator, whatever he was called.
Kasabian.
I thought he was bland as fuck. I thought he had no character to him at all. I didn't care about him and his story, and I didn't really care for Jin that much either. And because these are the two main characters, right, and I didn't really like them, and that shows how.
Is that why you didn't mind them dying?
Well, maybe, but. And I didn't like K2SO.
Oh, get lost!
I didn't like him.
What is wrong with you? Right, I'm going to sell this now.
He was all the bad parts about C-3PO.
No, he was not! He was brilliant, right?
He was sassy and sarcastic and annoying lanky twat. I didn't like him.
No, he was sassy, sarcastic, and funny with humour.
You know what?
And
I think
also
he reminds me a bit too much of myself, that's why I didn't like him.
Lanky. And then
I could have picked anyone else.
I liked Jin.
She was okay, but those are my problems. I didn't like the main characters in it. Tell you who I fucking loved though. Critic. Was he Admiral or?
He was a general.
Awesome Critic was fucking awesome. His white cape, I love that. I love his costume. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was great. He was a very great villain. What I liked about this is the villains were all villains to each other, seeing the layers, and this is what brought what I thought you were going to say was a negative point, and was a bit weird. And I know he had to be in it, but Peter Cushing. So not Peter Cushing.
So we get Grand Moff Tarkin in this film, but not as you would imagine.
No,
we get CGI Tarkin, and that first scene when he comes on. Well, you see the back of him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's Grand Moff, and you see his reflection.
Yeah.
In the window, and I was thinking that's all they're gonna do, just a little CGI reflection, and then he turns round and starts speaking, and I was like, oh, they've got another actor that looks a lot like him. Well done. And to be completely honest, that first scene had me fooled. I was like, oh, they've just got a look-alike and done some prosthetics on him. Fair play. And then the second scene when he came on, I was watching him and thinking, his movements are a bit odd. the way he's speaking is a bit odd.
It's like discovering Santa's not real.
Penny dropped and I was like, holy shit, he's CGI.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Okay, well, it's okay because it was very good CGI.
You know, it was. At first, I was going, that's not Peter Cushing, because I knew it couldn't be Peter Cushing.
He's dead. He died years ago.
But I reckon it was so good that if a person didn't know that he was dead, or didn't know that actor or whatever, or that character, he would think that's an actual person. And I think it worked.
Prove your point right now. Abby had no idea that he was CGI.
Really?
The CGI layer at the end, it was well done. Did it need it? I don't know.
I think no, it did. It made me well up. That was the final bit. Like I knew she was there.
The bit that made me well up was Vader. That Vader scene, right? That could have ended then, as the spacecraft got away. Vader stood, just looking out, like It could have ended then. I would have been like, shit.
Because the spaceship's going away.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
And then the next scene.
That would have been a cool ending for me. I really enjoyed the fact that they kept it really closely filmed, shot, styled in the same way that A New Hope was. It was very 70s looking with the haircuts.
Yeah, no, it was.
The costumes, the technology. It looked like A New Hope. Because I was worried a bit about that. When they first announced it, it's a prequel to A New Hope.
Yeah.
I was wondering, well, how are they going to pull it off? Because things are a lot different now. Style-wise, the equipment they film on's different for a start, so it's going to look different. The technology was different. you can even look at someone that was in the 70s and know they were in the 70s from the style of them. So I was a bit worried about how they were going to pull it off to be in the same vein as that.
But they did.
And they pulled it off perfect.
Yeah. Nothing major, we've covered it.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about how amazing the battle scenes were. I just thought the characters interacting with each other, certain characters stood out so much more. Like, Craig, can I not pronounce his name? You call him Stick Guy.
Oh, the stick guy. What was his name?
It's hard to pronounce. Chirrut.
Chirrut was great.
Chirrut.
He was one of my favourite characters in it.
Funny.
I mean,
action.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was sick. The way he threw that stick around and took out them stormtroopers, that was insane. Wasn't he from the Raid? Oh,
yes,
yeah,
that's where he's from, the Raid.
But he was amazing. I mean, I loved that part of the film because, of course, you get the Force. And I'm all about the Force. And when I heard about there was a Star Wars film coming out with no lightsabers in, no Force, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like it because I'm all about the Force and the lightsabers. So to have him come in and be almost like a religious thing with the Force, I love that. The mystical sort of, I thought
keeping
that was
it alive.
Awesome. Great character.
Darth Vader?
Apart from Darth Vader, he was obviously my favourite.
Who made a pun?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader made a pun. I didn't know how. You know what? That's my one slight negative. I'm the one who does puns.
It was a good pun.
It was a good pun, but it was like that kind of took me away. It was like Darth Vader has a sense of humour.
So let's talk about Darth Vader right now.
Right. Okay.
Because that scene with Darth Vader in at the end was without a doubt my favourite part of the film. It is the best Vader scene in history, in my opinion. Better than any Skywalker fight, better than any lightsaber fight before, because I wasn't expecting it. I thought, well, there's not going to be any lightsabers in it, and Darth Vader had had his scene, which was very kind of, like you say, a bit odd in a way.
Yeah.
He'd had his scene, and I thought, we're not going to see him again, and then I saw him brooding and looking out at the Death Star, and I thought, there might be more to come here. And so then we get, I started to recognise the surroundings we were in, with the rebels with the helmets, and I was like, oh, it's New Hope territory now.
Yeah,
it's very close to a New Hope. This is where they take the Death Star plans. So then they're trapped and they can't get out. And it's all dark, and then you just hear the and I almost shit my pants. I was like, and then fucking jizz when the lightsaber came out. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And like, dude, I just can't get over how amazing that scene is with Darth Vader.
You want to just YouTube the hell out of that,
slicing them up, using the Force, choking those fuckers, throwing them on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, that was badass.
Full on Vader.
That was so badass. That was the Vader that I've always wanted. That's the Vader that I read in the comics.
Yeah.
That is, like, badass Darth Vader. That's the reason why Darth Vader is my favourite character in Star Wars, aside from Han Solo. Like, dude, I just can't remember how great that scene was.
No, good.
Loved it. And I well up every time I see that, because it's like I've been waiting all these years to see Vader done justice, and he just kicked ass.
So do we reckon it was done justice then, the film? Like, I reckon if I was to go through characters, you're a bit funny on. I think all the characters are boss. Plot we really liked, but you said it was a bit slow at the beginning.
A bit slow at the beginning, but awesome at the end. The battle on
the battle scenes were fantastic.
I've forgotten the name of the planet. But the battle scene,
Scarif.
Yeah, the battle scene in Scarif was amazing.
That was so
absolutely
well
amazing.
done. I felt like it was there. And you felt the war part of Star Wars.
The traction of it, the way it was building up, and it was almost like a heist at one point with the breaking in, and then the battle on the beaches.
Yeah, and then it's like glorious, and then it's terrible.
And then some dude from Rizzle Kicks just pops up, and it's
that was a rebel.
Like
I was like,
Mama do the hell.
What's going on? And what do we do now? We get down with the trumpets. Yeah, final thoughts. I was just blown away. I walked into this film not with the highest of expectations, not because I was jaded or anything, but it's been quite a bad year for films, and prequels have gone wrong for me before, and like you said, it wasn't going to have lightsabers and Jedis, so I was a bit dubious. And I heard that they had refilmed the ending, so I was kind of like really kind of on shaky ground, and it just knocked the shit out of me. It just blew me away. I couldn't get over it.
As far as Star Wars prequels go, this is by far the best one. It doesn't fit into the same vein as it. It's got a very different tone.
Yeah.
It's more of an adult film than a kids' film. I was debating whether to take my son to see it because he loves Star Wars, but it's a bit dark, you know. But that doesn't mean that it's any less of a. It doesn't have any less merits than the original films. I don't think it's as good as any of the trilogy, the original trilogy.
Right.
Do you think it's better than The Force Awakens? I know it's a bit of an unfair question.
Bit of an unfair question,
Just
but
out
if
of interest.
if we're gonna go off my rating system, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I honestly 10 out of 10.
Really?
Really, like
Wow.
honestly, it just
Holy shit! I don't think I've ever seen you rate anything 10 out of 10.
it just got me. It just got me right in the feels.
Yeah.
The tone was perfect.
Yeah.
I just was enjoying every minute of it. Minute of it. It left me wanting it, but at the same time fulfilled me. It reminded me to when I used to watch Star Wars, and A New Hope was the one I used to watch all the time. And as it was building towards that, there was a lot of questions that got answered that I didn't know. Like, you always get asked this. Why is the Death Star so easy to blow up?
Exactly.
Now we know!
Like, that was amazing, that moment when he was like, I've built a flaw in it. There's a trap. I was like,
It's a trap!
I enjoyed it thoroughly, as you can tell.
Yeah.
I've never seen you react to a film in that way, where you're tearing up at the end. So for me, I wasn't as much. I'm not as on board with it as you.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, but I had issues with it. Obviously, the first half I didn't really like so much. I didn't really like the main characters in it.
No, true. You said
Loved
that.
the villains in it. Loved Vader in it. You know, if I'm being honest, if that Vader scene wasn't in it at the end, I would not like this film nowhere near as much as I do.
Really? Wow.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
Your rating.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 because I really enjoyed it, but I can't ignore the fact that I had issues with it.
Right, okay. That's the most
re-
negative 8 I've ever heard anyone give.
I
To me,
reckon-
8's really like fresh and good.
No, it's awesome. It's a great film, but I have to mark it down, you know, because of these issues that I have with
Okay.
it.
So we both definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, but
Go and see it.
thoroughly recommend it. Go and see it. If you're a Star Wars fan, go and see it.
Jin, whatever I do, I do it to protect you. So you understand?
I understand.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Me and Chris have decided we're going to exchange presents.
So ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, Jobs.
Merry Christmas.
This is for you.
Come on, tell you, I'll.
Are you open yours first?
Well, I clearly am going to open mine.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh! Civil War mug. Is it Team Cap?
Team Cap.
Yeah.
You
Did
like
you
that?
actually? How was Team Cap?
Yeah, man. That's why
Yeah,
I bought you a Team Cap.
No,
man.
yeah, because we were worrying that like you were Team Iron Man, weren't
Yeah.
you? No, I'm well happy with this.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. That goes.
Right with that.
I'm loving that.
Yeah.
Team Cap.
I'm glad you like it, man.
This is yours.
Shit.
Now, to open this, be careful. I think the best thing would be to go and kind of tear along here.
Do I need a knife of some sort?
I might have to help you, to be honest, because I know what's in here.
You just want to open my present. This is quality entertainment right here.
Well, there's all them videos out there, isn't it? The unboxing.
Well, this is the unboxing, isn't it?
Unboxing video. We're up there with the best of them now.
You might have to speed this up with the.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, so yeah, that can do that. Now go on, pull that out.
So,
Pull it out.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, I know what this is. Just looking at the crotch, I know what it is. Oh, I recognise that crotch anywhere. Oh, hello, Mr. Han Solo. Oh, that's amazing.
That is a
man.
life-size 6-foot bottle of Han Solo.
That's amazing. Oh, mate, I love
So
it.
when you're really struggling to get it up, you've got something to focus on. And
Oh, that's fun.
is it? Look at him. It's so sexy.
That's
You can say to him at night, "I love you," and in your head you hear him say, "I know."